per day. 4,359 burglaries were cleared for an 11% clearance rate. The clearance rate refers to the cases that were successfully, where they successfully apprehended the stolen property and the person was sentenced to jail time or other. Now, 3,180 persons were arrested for burglary, and 19% were juveniles, and 90% males, and 52% were white. Now, some interesting statistics on burglary and entry. 74% of the burglaries were forcible entry, 25% were unlawful entries, 1% were attempted forcible entry, and in 60% of burglaries, the point of entry was a door. 23% was a window, and in 16%, the point of entry was other. Now, there were 25,598 residential burglaries, with 36% being at night and 64% during the day. There were 15,507 non-residential burglaries, with 50% being at night and 50% during the day. 16% of all burglaries occurred on a Friday, while 14% occurred on a Wednesday or a Thursday. This is from burglary trends from the Justice Department in Alabama. Rural crime in Alabama is on the rise, as Jay Jones affirmed, and all rural citizens need to do all they can to reduce crime rates for themselves and for their neighbors. Step one in this 4-point plan is to form a neighborhood watch program in your community. Rural neighborhood watch programs are supported by county sheriff's departments and the National Sheriff's Association. Talk to your neighbors and get their commitment to be a part of an organization to reduce crime in your community. The next step is to call the sheriff's department, your local sheriff's department, and ask for their assistance and support in your neighborhood. Your organization can get assistance from the National Sheriff's Association by going to the website shown on the web, where you will find information about the National Neighborhood Watch Program. Crime prevention materials mentioned on this website, such as signage, decals, and inventory recording forms, are available from the National Sheriff's Association at that address or that fax number. You may want the local sheriff's department to meet with your group as it gets started. You can then proceed to hold training meetings in your neighborhood. The first step in reducing crime is to form a neighborhood watch program. There is power in numbers when it comes to reducing crime. When neighbors help each other, all crime reduction techniques are much more effective. Step 2 is marking your property for recovery, which can be done in several different ways. You can stamp a number on your article where it is not likely to be seen until it is sold or found by law enforcement. You can also stamp multiple numbers on your piece of equipment, all the same number, which should be your driver's license number, which will identify that property as you as the owner. Take pictures of household property and put the description on an inventory form with date of purchase and cost. This can also be helpful if the item is not recovered and a homeowner's insurance claim is filed. As Jay Jones mentioned in the introduction, the reason a lot of this property is not recoverable is because the owner did not write anything down in terms of the serial number or any kind of identification on that property that was stolen. An electronic chip similar to those used on cattle ear tags can be put on large equipment in a place where it will not be likely found, but can be detected by a computer chip reader, similar to those used at cattle auctions. Small tools can be marked with your Alabama driver's license number using an engraving tool. Do not use your Social Security number. This puts you more at risk of identity theft. Pictures of your property should be kept in a file and put in a safe place. Many times thieves are people who know you. Make sure your residence appears lived in even when you are away. This is step 3. You can use inexpensive electrical circuit timers to turn on and off lamps, radios, and television sets during evening hours. Adding perimeter motion detector lights can also help protect your property. It can be helpful to leave in-home timers on year-round, especially if you follow a certain routine at home, as we do at home. The only people who need to know that your home will be vacant are people who trust and neighbors who participate in the Neighborhood Watch program. Step 4 is locks, chains, and fences. They will not stop thieves, but they will add to their risk while assessing your property. Farms and homesteads with one in and out route with a locking gate or a sensor that detects entry may make thieves move to an easier target. After all, that's what you're trying to do, is to keep thieves from coming to your property. Sensible thieves always measure the risk that will be encountered in attempts to steal property versus the rewards. If risks are excessive, they will likely move to an easier, less risky target. One of the best ways to keep thieves away is to have a monitoring system in your home, which will send an alarm to the sheriff's department if a door is open or window is opened, or if someone is walking around in your home or in whatever this is monitoring. It could be a large shop. On the right is a camera that set off by motion, and it detects the people that are around that camera at various times of the day or night. All expensive equipment such as tractors, trucks, and automobiles need to be locked and stored close to the residence with motion detector lighting that will come on when approached at night. Thieves hate light, so lighting helps you to thwart thieves and keep them from taking your property. Copper wiring in drive motors and control boxes is often taken from irrigation systems near the road. Try to move your irrigation system so it is not quite as easily accessible by public highways.